Hey guys, what's up? I'm Rachel and I'm going to be your teacher for this week. I hope and pray that you guys have been having an awesome week. And today I'm so excited because we are on the final lesson of the Hall of Faith. Aren't you guys excited? I hope that you guys have all your crafts and your lesson inside your little Bible notebook with everything in there. I hope that you guys have been having as much fun as we have been, and with those awesome crafts, I know that they're really awesome. So today we're going to be learning about Gideon, and it reads in the book of Judges in chapter 6, and I'm going to start reading in verse 12. And it reads, when the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, he said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." So, and if we keep reading, it says that Gideon, he could not believe it, because there was so much going on at that time where the Israelites were being oppressed by the Midianites. So, so Gideon replied to God, "Excuse me, God, pardon me, excuse me. Why? But if the Lord's with us, why is all this stuff happening? Like, why have you turned us over to the hand of the Midianites? Like, if God is with us and all your promises are true, then why is all this going on?" Like, and I'm just paraphrasing, okay? That's not how it happened, but in my mind, I think that's probably how he asked. And then the Lord turned to him and said, "Go in the strength you have and save Israel out of the Midian's hand. Am I not sending you?" So he was questioning God, and God's like, "You know what, Gideon, like, stop already. I'm telling you to go. You need to go right now." So, and again, Gideon, "Excuse me, pardon me, Lord, but how can I save Israel? My clan is the smallest and I'm the least in my family." And sometimes we can feel like that, right? When God tells us to do something, we might feel like we're too small, or who am I, God, that you could use me? Who am I, God, that I could do something great for you, right? Because God is so amazing. Like, what am I to you, God, that you could use me to do something so great? But if we go back on all the stories of the Hall of Faith, they were just people like me and you, like you and I, right? That they were just obedient to God's word, and they moved, and God was able to move through their lives, right? So the Lord answered, "I will be with you, and you will strike down the Midianites, leaving none of them alive." Can you imagine what was going on through his head when God told him, like, "I'm going to hand the Midians over to you"? And probably he was maybe a small guy, like, what am I going to do? Like, how are you going to use me, God? Like, really? But if we keep reading in God's word, it sounds like, well, it doesn't sound like what happened was, sorry guys, he started with a big army. And maybe why? Because he was trying to do things on his own strength, on human strength. So if we read God's word, it says that he started with 32,000 men and he ended up with 3,000 men. Can you believe it? And why? Because God wanted to make sure that people knew that this battle was won not by human strength, but by God's strength. So sometimes we might try to do things our way and do things under our own strength when we have God as our helper. So we have to learn to trust and obey God. Trust what God says. If God says that he's going to do something for us, we need to know, and to know in our hearts that God is with us, right? So if we continue reading the story, it says that he ended up with the 300 men, and they surrounded the city of the Midianites, and they just went with torches, with trumpets, and with jars. Yeah. So they ended up going with that. And what happened was that they broke the torch, they broke the jars, and they blew the trumpets, and the noise, they were so startled that they ended up killing each other. They started turning their swords against each other. Some of them ran away scared. They didn't even know what was going on. But it says that they turned the swords against each other. So really, the Israelites didn't even have to do anything. They didn't have to fight. All they had to do was be obedient to God's word. They just had to be obedient to God, to God's direction, right? And sometimes we're scared, right? Because we want to do things on our own strength. We want to do things on our own power. But God is with us, and we need to trust God in what he says. So today we're going to, in our craft, we're going to do, again, it's an awesome craft. We're going to do the torches, right? So what you're going to get in your little bag is going to be, well, let's see. First, you know you guys get your coloring pages every week. So we have a coloring page. We have your coloring pages. You guys can color however you guys want to do it. So here we have the guy with the torch and the trumpet, and they already broke the glass. And then down to the good part. It's all good, but this one's gonna be really good. So you have your flames, and what you want to do is that you want to cut it so you can use it as a pattern, right? And then once you have it all cut out, I'm gonna rip this apart. Sorry, Sister B. So once you have your little flame like this, you want to take your paper, your little mache paper, rice paper, and you're gonna cut it and you're gonna stick it on the flame. So when you stick it, it's gonna be just regular paper, so you want to make sure you grab your scissors and cut around it so it looks more flamey. And then you're gonna stick it on your paper so you can do different colors so it looks more like a fire. So remember, this is just an example, but you want to cut it, and then you're gonna take your little torch, your toilet paper, and you're gonna take it and you're gonna stick this in here like that. And then you're gonna do the same thing with this side. So you have your two flames, and you want to go ahead and stick the paper on there and then stick it in here. And then the final step is going to be that you're gonna put this paper around this, like this, and stick it on. And then your final product is going to look like this. Isn't it cool? It's awesome, right? Make sure you guys post your craft. Okay, we want to make sure we see your crafts. It's awesome to see that you guys are doing it and enjoying your crafts. So make sure you post it. And now we're gonna do our Kids Gang Challenge. And this week for your Kids Gang Challenge, since it's the last lesson of the Hall of Faith, I would really like you guys to post a 1-minute video of you guys telling me which one of the lessons or which character from the Hall of Faith was your favorite and why. Okay, remember, hashtag Kids Gang Challenge. Post it on Victory Outreach Casa Grande. Make sure you tag as many of your teachers as possible. Tag me, tag Gloria, Sister B, Sister Amy. You know, we want to see your challenges, okay, guys? And also, guys, I just want to remind you, it's Run for Hope. We want to make sure that you guys are registered. Remember, we want to make sure people know about Christ. And how do we do this? We use Run for Hope as a tool to reach third world countries, to go to the funds that you guys raise go out to the mission field. So people that were once lost like me, or maybe one of your parents, you know, people that are lost can be reached. So I want to challenge you guys, register, get sponsors, as many sponsors as you can, okay? And I hope to see you guys next week. I love you guys. I miss you guys, and see you guys next time, okay? Bye.